going, guys? Quickly update. I've just reprimed the whole shell with the front guards and the dash and these two back doors inside and out. I've done the insides first, obviously, and given them a couple of coats and probably an extra one just around the edges where I've just been doing a little bit of fine body work on there. Same with the boot lid. As I was doing the car and let them dry, I flipped them over. Once it sort of dried off enough to do that. They've given the rest of it a pretty good primer. Anywhere I've done any last sort of body work, like in and around this boot area, like in and around the jam of it. That's had a couple of probably about 3-4 coats, I suppose, just to help get a bit extra material in there. I see there's a spot here I didn't fill. It's not going to be perfect, but you're not going to see a lot of that. But I probably could put extra little bit of filler in there, but as I said, it's not going to be a show car, and if I make it too pretty, I won't when I drive it. But it's going to be nice and tidy. So yeah, I've given probably about 3 coats in around the jams. The dash had a good couple of coats. Probably had more than 2 on the top of it because I sort of sprayed that as I was doing the top of the plenum there. The firewalls had basically just one. The insides of these guards were re-sanded and bits and pieces and a bit more filler in there. I've had about I suppose probably 2.5ish. I wouldn't say they probably had 3, but spots of them they probably had 3, if you know what I mean. Tops of these guards, both tops of these guards along that piece I've poured it on along there just to help, because I wasn't 100% happy with how they were coming up. They're not far away, but I just wanted to get a little bit extra material in there. And just the rest of it's had probably a good couple of coats. And this front piece, extra front pieces now that I've got in there, they've had a couple of coats too. This piece here's probably had where I repaired, or just had the spot welds, I've probably given it 3 coats. Top of the boot, let's had a couple, and the same with the inside. So he's coming up pretty good, and so hopefully tomorrow, I'm back at work tomorrow unfortunately, but tomorrow afternoon or something like that, now that these have dried out quite a bit, I'll set the other 2 front doors up and finish sanding in the inside of those. I've put filler in, but I haven't finished sanding them because I didn't have enough space to do 4 at once. And I can probably slide that boot lid back into place on the car and put the bolts back in it, so it's sort of out of the road. And then I can bring the bonnet out anyway and see if I can figure out somehow I can turn that upside down without damaging that centre rib, since I've got my body stand. Because working on here with these, I've got blankets underneath these covers, and so I'm not worried about the covers getting paint on them, but I don't want blankets getting paint on them too much anyway. You know what I mean? Like they're older ones, but sort of just what I thought, because I can't be bothered waiting. So yeah, we're doing pretty good. So yeah, hopefully tomorrow, I'll get these doors out of the road, flick those ones up there, finish the insides of them, and I'll probably prime the insides of those. And if I can sort the bonnet out or something like that, I might prime that at the same time if I get enough time at night, just to see what happens. I'll try and get them sorted out over the next couple of days, and after work, and then one night I'll flick some paint on them or some primer on them, and then hopefully the whole car will be ready for, I'd say it's final major block back, and then it'll get a light primer after that, and hopefully that's her and final primer after that, and then it'll just be a very, very light rub. But this will have to sit like this now for quite a while, and then all the paint bond up, I suppose, will shrink up and harden. So probably what I'll start doing now is I might start mucking around with some of the other pieces that go back on the car that have got to be cleaned up and tidied up and painted, and just bits and pieces, like getting like some of the grill bits and pieces, you know, they're black in the centre of them, and they look a wee bit shabby, you know, like I can tidy that up. Just bits and pieces like that. You know, I want to make, I've got 3 extra gauges I've got to put in there, so I'm going to make something to put them on or in. Just sort of blend them with the car and probably prime that up and paint it too. I can might make something just to go in between the underneath the dash here somewhere, something to house them in. I'm just not quite sure what I'm going to do there yet, but I want to do something, you know, just bits and pieces like that. So yeah, we'll start tidying that sort of stuff up, I guess. So yeah, it's about that. So hopefully next time you'll see it, it'll be basically in the whole car will be in almost final prime, ready basically to block back, I guess. And I'll just give you updates on all their little bits and pieces as I'm tidying them up and cleaning them up. Alrighty guys, we'll catch you later on. Cheers.